Beth with 50 Plus Beauty, and I'm so glad to have you here with me. It's actually in my family room, which is appropriate because when I have girlfriends over, this is where we sit, and the fire is going because even though it's the end of March, almost April, here in Kansas, winter has revisited us, which means I also get to wear my favorite, which is a nice black turtleneck. You would think that I don't have any other clothes by the amount of turtlenecks that I wear, but basically I have probably 7 or 8 turtlenecks that are black, and I combine them with different things. I don't know, I'm diverging. But I think I like the turtlenecks because it covers up the neck, which is nice, and they're just kind of warm and toasty. So I'm very comfy here. I also have my new, my favorite coffee cup, which has got a little house on it, a little door, because I like home. I'm very much of a homebody. And it has Keurig coffee in it, which I always said I would never get a Keurig. And then my son bought us one for Christmas, and I was really so happy to have it. I love those little Keurig coffees. I like the flavored coffee. So anyway, I've got that here too. Well, I am so happy that JD asked me to participate in this tag, which is the packaging made me buy it. And actually, I guess I sort of asked her to ask me, I don't know. I didn't really know what a tag was because I've only been on YouTube maybe a couple of weeks now. I am a baby YouTuber. And I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm so grateful anyone is here, quite honestly, at this point. But anyway, I asked her, she did the tag, and I saw her wonderful video. It was incredible. If you haven't seen JD, of course, I'm going to, do a link to her video so that you can see that because it was pretty amazing. She's a crazy, amazing Southern girl. But anyway, I asked her about tags, and she said, heck, I'll just put you on the end of the tag. And so I guess I have to tell you the products that the packaging made me buy, and then I have to tag some other people. Okay, well, we'll just get into this. And it's funny that this tag came up because literally like a week and a half ago, I was in Walgreens, which is kind of a danger zone for me. My sister and I kind of work near there, and we had to be in there. She had to pick up some drugs. And so, of course, I go in and look at their wonderful, buy one, get one 50% or whatever. And I see this. And oh my bells and whistles just went off because of this packaging. And I will tell you, it says things like Jerome Alexander, which I'm not sure who that is, but I think it's a designer type person, so that kind of gets me excited. And then it's all in shiny gold, which I am a girl of the 80s, and I'm a sucker for shiny gold. And then it says ultimate formula for under eye coverage. And I have huge blue veins down this way and this funky little red thing that is always driving me crazy, so I am constantly looking for my HG, which I've learned is holy grail, under eye concealer. So it says the ultimate formula, but it's good for my eyes. It has hyaluronic acid, argireline, which I've heard is good, Matrixyl 3000, which I actually use in some of my skincare, and algae, which says tightens. I'm glad it told me what it did because I would have no idea, and shea butter, which I hear about. But 5 products in one: concealer, color corrector, moisturizer, etc., etc., includes clinical level skincare ingredients. So anyway, but the clincher for me, not only was this package, and this sucker was like $19.95 at a drugstore. A drugstore concealer for almost 20 bucks. I mean, I have to say, I gulped when I saw the price, but the thing that really got me is this little as seen on TV, because somehow that gives it credibility. And that makes me think, well, it must be good if it's been seen on TV. So anyway, this is actually packaging that I went back and got today. I rebought this because I actually opened the other one a week and a half ago, and I put this stuff on my eyes, hoping upon hope that it would be the holy grail. The $19.95 drugstore concealer would be awesome on my under eyes, and it was not. It was like, I don't know if shea butter is lard, but it was like putting tan-colored lard under my eyes. All of my little lines and wrinkles, which, as you can tell, they're pretty bad. They got like like cracks in the desert. It was absolutely terrible. And so the very next day I took it back to Walgreens, and I get kind of guilty about it, but they have a great return policy, and they took it back with no questions asked. So I thought, well, I'll just go buy this little sucker, and I will not use it, so it's not going to hurt Walgreens, but I will take it back. But I did want to show you that this packaging, it has magic for us. And speaking of magic, when I went back to pick this up today to use as my prop, of course I go in there, and right beside this, on a buy one, get one 50% off, was another as seen on TV, Magic Minerals. And I have to say, I mean, I was going in to kind of prove that, you know, you shouldn't buy this crap because of the packaging. And what do? But because it's 50% off, I go ahead and buy another magic formula. And I'm going to take this one right back because this one to me is almost laughable. You know, I didn't realize that when I got it, but when I got it home, I did. When I was there, I thought, well, maybe this will be good. You know, it looks pretty good. Magic Minerals, Jerome Alexander, that designer guy, conceals and covers blemishes, age spots, fine lines, and uneven skin tone. And then it even allows you to open up the little package somewhere. Let's see if I can get it open. I have a real problem on YouTube of like getting these packages open. This is a wrestle thing. I know it opens because I just opened it. Oh my, it's not opening. Oh, well, I can get it. I know I can. This is crazy. Oh, good. Ah, finally. You know, I've got to learn this about YouTube, is that you kind of open the package at least a little bit before you do this, because otherwise you spend 3 minutes wrestling with package. But anyway, it says bestseller, open to see inside. And once you get it open, you can see. The weird thing is it has little spots all over it, which I thought was very, very interesting, all these little spots. But I thought, oh, that must be on the packaging, because why would a tan thing you're supposed to put on your face have these little spots? There's a green spot and a yellow spot and a purple spot and a pink spot. They're little tiny spots. And it also supposedly contains all kinds of wonderful things to make me younger. Antioxidants, vitamin C and E, hypoallergenic, natural SPF. It's got every buzzword that you could have. But then on the back, and it does have a lot of the little colors that are in the little spots. And now this is weird. It says helps conceal and cover pimples, blemishes, scars, and birthmarks. So apparently, even though this looks like a little powder, it's going to be some heavy coverage. But then it says unique built-in color correctors hide skin imperfections. And it says the pink ones, those little tiny dots, brightens pale, dull skin, giving a glow over the entire face. I want that. Mint for ruddy complexions, and I look kind of ruddy today. Discolorations, blemishes, or marks for all areas of the face to camouflage and even out overall tone. You know, sounds good. The lavender spots, they help camouflage yellow and sallow skin complexions. And the yellow ones covers discoloration under the eyes. Hey, that's my buzzword. So anyway, even I know that this product, probably even in advance, is not going to live up to all of those wonderful claims. So this is going back to Walgreens too, but I promise you I'm not going to try it because I feel kind of guilty about taking things back after I've tried them. So that was fantastic packaging. That was very effective with me. Now, the second type of packaging is stuff like this. And I call this, well, I call this youth packaging. This is packaging that sort of says, hey baby, you are still in the game. You know, you see those young girls with 5 colors on their eyes and with really wild lips. You can do it too. And for some reason, when I'm there in the Walgreens or the Walmart, I really sometimes think I can do it. It's not till I get the darn things home that I realize, not no, but heck no. This Wet n Wild is a good example. And I had to laugh because JD said she did the same thing. But basically, look at these colors. Now, is there any way in the world, really, that a 60-year-old should be wearing fuchsia eyelid color? And then it even tells you that the fuchsia goes on the eyelid. Where does the purple go? And I tried it, so it's kind of worn off here. The purple goes in the, Define. So I guess that's the extra over here. And I put this on, oh my, it's like, Who's Afraid of Baby Jane? I mean, I looked immediately about 85 years old and like I was trying way too hard. So this cute little bright youth packaging did me in, and unfortunately I'm not taking this back. I'm just going to keep it so that the next time I want to buy something bright, I realize I have it at home and it didn't work. This is the second youth packaging item, which I actually just bought last Sunday, and it says, it's upside down, it's called Whatever, and I guess it's a lipstick, and it is a young brand called Hard Candy, and it's at Walmart. And I've seen it there, you know, and they have a lot of these little metal packages, you know, a lot of lipsticks and whatever, and other beauty items in little metal packages. And I always thought, oh, that's kind of gothic and that's kind of for the young. Well, then it says new, look inside. So I'm there on a Sunday morning, I'm a little bored, so I think, well, I will look inside. And what I find is this darling, it's upside down, this darling little sleek, pretty, what seems like a pretty color, because I'm always looking for the holy grail color. It turned out it was red, which was not good, but I thought it would be like the perfect shade of rose. And in fact, in JD's video on this, I've got to ask her where she got her lipstick, because that could be my holy grail, JD. I mean, it looks awfully good on you. But anyway, so I thought this was gonna be so good that I did my first video that was a get ready with me, GRWM, and it's going to be posted pretty soon. I'm actually editing it this afternoon, but it's the first time I've gone with no makeup and shown you how I do my makeup. But instead of using a lipstick that I was comfortable with and familiar with, because I shot it Sunday afternoon, I thought, well, heck, I'll just use this trusty whatever. And oh my, even in the video, I put it on, and when I blot it off, I say, well, maybe, maybe blot it, it's good, because this sucker is shiny. It's like, I don't know, it's just like shellac on your lips, and it was not good for my 59-year-old face. Okay, here is another set. Here's another set of The Packaging Made Me Do It. And this actually involves a product that I wore from my at least mid-40s on, if not early 40s. And this one is all grungy. Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Coverage. And I loved this when I was in my 40s because it covered the little red spot and, discolorations. You didn't need concealer with this stuff. This stuff, really, you could put on with a spatula, but it looked good when I was in my 40s. Well, if you've seen my opening video, I show a picture of what my makeup had started to look like when I was wearing the same makeup that I'd been wearing about since the 80s. And it included this, but that has to do with The Packaging Made Me Do It. I was at the Estee Lauder counter right before Christmas, which usually I sort of avoid those makeup counters over Christmas because, they kind of have a lure for me with their little gifts with purchase. Well, Estee Lauder had a gift with purchase, and I didn't have to pay anything for this wonderful thing, but it's cute on the outside. The packaging is just darling. And it's got this beautiful looking lipstick with all this shimmery stuff in it, kind of a rusty red color. And I think, wouldn't that just be the perfect thing for a Christmas party? Of course, which I'm sure they think you'll do. And then it has all of these things in it. So gosh, Dad, what a bargain. I have tried them on maybe once, some of them, but I don't know. They just kind of didn't do it for me. And this wonderful lipstick that I thought would be wearable to a party, no, it is not wearable to a party. It doesn't look good. And it came with yet another lipstick that in my misguided thinking, I thought I could wear it. Well, number one, the packaging is gorgeous and it's got my signature gold. But this is like gothic. This is like if my 21-year-old girl had this on, I might make her take it off. But somehow I thought maybe this would work on me, and I will not put this on myself because it is horrifying looking. So anyway, there's the blackest blackberry lipstick ever. What it caused me to do was, because I had worn this so religiously, I thought, well, to qualify for my gift with purchase, I'll buy ahead on this. And I think these are about 35 bucks a piece. And so I bought them thinking, hey, I've worn this stuff for 10 years. I'm going to be wearing this forever. I realized this was not a forever product. This was probably a trash product. Okay, this one was a big kahuna. And this is a Buxom Freezes Over package. And it has the magic words, $150 value for only $59. And it's supposedly a lip plumper. These are lip plumping lipsticks, supposedly. But I had not tried them, and that's a mistake. Actually, I bought 2 of these. I have one, but somehow I decided to buy my daughter-in-law, Emily, this same set. So I'm going to take this to her as part of her gift, and I hope she does enjoy it. This did not plump my lips at all. And I have one that kind of does plump my lips, and I'm used to that, and I love that. And a lot of these colors are very white. There's apparently a real popular color in here. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a very white, kind of sparkly color, and I just don't look good. I'm a lady from the 80s, and I need color, not just white. Yeah, these are some white colors in here. Why does it always look so much better in the box than when you put it on your lips? I don't know. Okay, one other little, the packaging made me buy it, was this thing from Ulta. And I love this. I still love this. There it is, and it's a beautiful color of blush. It's called Rosette. Their sculpting palette. And of course, I love the bigness of it, and I love the silver, the shininess of it. And I love the fact that it's got, that's like my favorite color blush ever. They say when you get older, you should focus on the peaches, but I really like those pinks and those fuchsias. So I really like that. And the idea that I could do the, the contour and the highlighting and also, the blush all in one, this was a pretty cool thing to me. In fact, I really did. I love this little palette, and I bought two because one is going to Emily for her birthday tomorrow. And I have to say, I broke the first one because I carried it around in my, actually this was the other part of the gift with purchase on that Estee Lauder at Christmas, was this little makeup bag, and at least I do use that, that's positive. But this thing, I liked it so much that I stuffed it in here every day, and as you can tell, there's not a lot of room to stuff this thing in there, and so it ended up breaking, and I was so sorry that it broke. So, because I love this stuff, I mean, this stuff is great, but what I liked about the bigness and everything of the packaging and how cute it was, it just was not workable. It would be so much better if they just made a little small thing of blush, and I probably would still have it. I do have to give this to Emily tomorrow, and I have to remind myself, it's only 12 bucks, Beth, be generous. Go ahead and give this one away. I can always go back to Ulta. And one thing I have to say is I am noticing, I used to kind of poo-poo Ulta brand stuff, but I've gotten a few lipsticks there lately that are really good for spring, and I'm excited about it. And actually something like this is one of my favorite products. So Ulta is pretty good. Okay, I'm going to show you my last big, huge, the packaging made me buy it thing. And actually, what it is makeup brushes. And before I came to YouTube, I didn't even use makeup brushes. I mean, I had my little powder puff, and I did turn it upside down in the powder, so at least I was that forward thinking. But, I didn't use makeup brushes. And then, of course, I come to YouTube, and I see everybody using all these brushes and saying, this is the It Brush 32. And thinking, well, maybe that's why they look better than I do, is that they've got the right tools for the job. I just didn't have the right tools, I thought. So anyway, I knew that I wanted like the Sigma set. I knew that I wanted that. And this is something that I tend to do in my life. And in terms of making our second half better than our first half, that's one thing I really need to do. And you need to think about the things that you need to stop doing in your second half, that you learn from in your first half. One of the things I tend to do is I really want some given thing. And so I can't allow myself to get that. So I settle for less, and then I'm never really content with whatever that thing is, and then I end up, buying the darn thing anyway down the road, the thing that I really wanted. So that's not a good thing. And this is a good example of that. This is a humongous set of brushes in beautiful packaging, 24 shiny brushes. I don't know, but it comes in a great package. And I ordered this from Amazon, and I just looked it up to get the name of it and all that. And it was, let's see, I wrote it down, $33.34 for how many brushes? 24 pieces. So, I mean, this is a big mama thing for $33, plus free shipping from Amazon. Well, you open it up, and it's got the beautiful thing on the inside, and then it's got a beautiful pleather package, and it smells quite pleathery, but, it's kind of cool to have. And quite honestly, I took most of the brushes out and put them in my brush containers, which I'll show you in a minute. So these are the ones that these were the also ran brushes. And I've had this now for maybe 30 days. And when I looked it up online to see how much it costs to be able to tell you, I realized that I could still return it till April 7th, but I can't do that. I've been using it, and I've decided to upgrade to a different one. But anyway, so I've got this, and I, like these, and these are like my makeup brushes, including like a toothbrush that I use for my eyebrows, kind of an old school tool. But these are my makeup brushes, and I've learned a lot actually through this set, because I have learned which brush does which things. And really, rather than 22 brushes or whatever, I probably need about 5 or maybe 6 brushes. But anyway, in fact, I'm going to be doing a video. One of my videos is going to be on what each brush does and, really, how it works and all, because I really had a hard time finding that online. I'm sure it's there, but I did not find it. So anyway, I did what I normally do. I bought those, because they were cheap. Cheap is also good for me in terms of packaging. If something is packaged in cheap, I think, hey, gosh, what a bargain. I probably need to do that. But anyway, one day though, I bought those and I've been using those, and they're actually pretty good quality. I like them. But I was in Ulta and I was trying on eye makeup and whatever, which if you haven't gone into Ulta and just tried on makeup, it is super fun. But anyway, I found there was one of their little pouches that the Ulta people wear, and it had a bunch of their brushes that they use on their customers, and it was just lying there. And I wanted to put some eyeshadow on, so I got one of the It brushes out of that pack, and I started, playing with the eyeshadow, and they were fine with that or whatever. But I realized that, man, that good brush was really did help, and it really did help the eyeshadow look better. So, of course, I decided to buy a little It Cosmetics brush kit. And I just realized, even though I've had it a couple weeks, it still has the little packaging that keeps it nice and shiny. So I'll take that off. So, ooh, doesn't that look pretty? Nice and gold, my favorite color. But anyway, so this is the little It Cosmetics brush set. And I looked it up online. It is called the Your Multitasker Deluxe Dual Travel Brush Set. Travel brush set. But anyway, I really do like this because I put it in my purse and I carry it around, and if I need to use a little brush during the day, I do. And if I'm in an Ulta or something, I don't have to use their little Q-tips to put on makeup. I can just kind of whip out my little brush, feel kind of professional. But they really are nice brushes, and I really do like them. So anyway, that's what the 22 brush set became. It ended up being a $49 set of It Cosmetics. And then, and I hate to say this, but I just saw my cell phone, and from eBay, I did get it from eBay, and it was a fabulous buy, but I did get the ultimate brush set that I really always wanted, which was the Sigma Complete Collection brush set. And I'm really excited about it. It was on Sigma's website. It's like $411. And then I got it on eBay for $175. And my birthday is coming, as you know, in a few weeks. And so my husband said he would buy that for my birthday. So I am getting that $400+ set for $175. And I'm going to end up doing a video on, is the dream really worth it? I mean, are those brushes going to, you know, really allow me to put makeup on like a lot of the YouTubers that are very experienced, you know, if I can really have to find colors and all of that. Because really the best thing for me is probably not to do a bunch of colors. It's probably just a basic, you know, cream on the eyelid and maybe a little bit in the crease and a little bit the cream again up there. It's probably a simple deal. I will let you know if those Sigma brushes work out. And I've realized, and it's something that JD said too, which really made me think. You know, it was some other video I was watching of hers, and she said, you know, oh, she had a whole big bin of things that she'd bought. And she was going through each one and saying, you know, I thought this would be the ticket. I thought this was the answer to life. And I realized that through all this great packaging, that's what they're selling us, is the hope that, you know, that's going to be the ticket and the one and whatever. And I obviously need to learn that, you know, the hope can be inside of you. I don't know, I'm getting all philosophical. But, you know, I just need to step back and to say, you know, what I have is pretty darn good. What we have is pretty darn good. And I'm getting way too philosophical. But I am just so glad you've been here with me. And I heard my husband is coming home. The garage door just opened. So in a minute, he's going to bound through the door because it's about 5 o'clock here. But I am so happy that JD invited me to participate, tagged me in this wonderful little chain. And I'm going to figure out my people to tag. And hopefully they will join in the fun. I hope you'll like this video, give it a thumbs up if you can, and subscribe because I have at least a weekly video coming out. For a while, I'm going to do 2 a week. I've got several in the can. I've got one that is on a face peel that I did, which is phenomenal. It's these peel pads that you use like on a Wednesday, and then a couple days later, your skin has a pretty major peel, and then you look great. I mean, it's pretty amazing, and I think each little peel costs you less than $2 to do, which is cool. And then I've got another one on huge lips that I just posted. And the derma roller, I wouldn't say my lips are huge, but you can see in my before and after pictures in that video, that derma roller did a great thing. Hi, honey. I'm talking to my girls. So anyway, I am so glad you're here. I hope you'll take everything you were learning in the first half and make it a phenomenal second half. Take care.